Snow is falling on the mountains and many people are hitting the slopes, having a great time. But what happens to your income if you get injured? Peter Sashecki from Everything Financial joins us now this morning. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, but the other big story of the day, or the big story of the day, is the Bank of Canada increasing interest rates, 0.5 percentage point. Is this the last one? People are at home wanting to know, is this at the end now?
Probably based on what they said last time they raised them. We'll know better when the full press release comes out later today. But by next week, maybe what happened last time they raised interest rates will happen again, which is mortgage rates, long-term fixed mortgage rates, actually went down, not up, which is a sign that lower rates are ahead. So next Wednesday, hit me off the top and see what happens with mortgage rates. And if they go down, then this is looking like the end for a while. And then they'll let them sit for a while and see what happens to inflation.
Okay, just something that people can maybe look forward to.
And this was expected. So the markets today will probably have a favorable response because this is what they thought was going to happen.
All right.
It's not a big surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. We were braced for it. Okay, let's move on talking about the weekend warriors, as I like to call them, people who go out on the weekend and they are going hard. And, you know, skiing is a big sport right now. A lot of people are hitting the slopes. Disability insurance, is this something a lot of people have already at work through their employer?
A lot of people have disability insurance at work, but a lot of times what most people have is the long-term disability insurance, which protects you after 4 months, not the short-term disability insurance, which isn't the case in most employers. So what do you do if on the slopes or those weekend hockey players and stuff, if you get injured and you can't go to work?
Will it pay if you are injured and out of work for a couple of months? Like, how long does that pay off for?
Yeah, well, the short term pays the first 4 months, long term after 4 months, but there is the availability of just injury insurance, just to cover you if you get hurt, not illness. Illness disability insurance is the expensive one, but just injury insurance isn't that bad.
Is there any alternatives for people?
Like, there is. There's a couple companies who have this real pared down basic insurance that can cover you, tear the knee up, hurt the back, blow out the shoulder kind of thing. And because it's injury only, it is a lot easier to get. I would really encourage those weekend warriors who are hitting the slopes and hitting them hard to look at this type of insurance, because the young people, this happens to a lot of them in their 20s and 30s, and maybe some of us a little older be doing this,
sure, yes.
Think we're invincible still and go over the wrong jump, you're not invincible. And what do you do if there's no income for 2 or 3 months while you're recuperating?
Can you get like short-term insurance? Like, hey, I don't ski all the time. I'm going to go out for a weekend. I'm going to hit the slopes. Can you get insurance to cover you just for that period of time?
Yeah, well, not that period of time, but you can get very short-term insurance where maybe I'm just going to have coverage for 30 days and things like that, almost like travel insurance, except this is for at home for an injury. Definitely worth looking at. I heard of a person the other day, first day on the slopes in Whistler, blew out the knee. He's a pilot. And now what does he do?
Yes.
And that short period of time for a few weeks when you can't pay your bills, and you don't have to buy enough insurance to cover your whole income, just cover for the bills you need if it's too expensive, just to take care of your rent and credit card bills and things like that.
Is it generally fairly affordable?
It is very affordable, actually, because you're not covering illness. Illness, which is so many different things it can cover, really drives the price up. Injury, a little more confined, but don't fall victim to just what's called accident insurance, that thing that comes in the mail with your credit cards.
Right.
That's not going to do you a lot of good. This is specifically injury insurance.
Good information this morning, as always. Peter Sashecki, Everything Financial. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great day.